So we're at a finished project in March Road, a job we started earlier in the year. Total build time was around 9 weeks. So today I'm going to show you tell you about the job, the various bits and bobs that we've done. One of the themes of this job, and something I talked about in our earlier video when we were actually on the project in construction, is we've kept a lot of the original brickwork. Instead of ripping that all down and rebuilding it, we've kind of used what's there in these existing structures. So this is some split face stone cladding that we've fixed onto the existing brick walls. So as you can see, it's really nice, some lovely texture, lovely colours as well, and really kind of brightens up the entrance to the property. On top of the walls and the piers here, we've got these caps. When we buy these are just big square pieces of sandstone. And Jamie, our stonemason, has cut all these, installed the drip grooves, cut these chamfers, and kind of made them to the customer's specification. So we've got two here, one on each post. So yeah, they look brilliant. And again, the same theme here, new sandstone copes that were just concrete coping stones before. After we've done the cladding, we've replaced that with these new sandstone copes. And again, look absolutely brilliant. We've just kept these square with a little radius on the corner there, just to sort of soften that a little bit. And again, Jamie's cut the drip grooves and stuff underneath them. What they do is they just stop water that runs off the top of the cope from dripping down onto the wall and causing any staining or marking over time. The drip groove just ensures that drops onto the ground. Over here, as you can see, something pretty unique, not something we've done before, so it was a bit of a challenge and we had to put our thinking caps on to kind of work out how we would do it. It's a Western red cedar curved wall. Again, we've taken that original brick wall, strapped it out with timber, and then we've attached this Western red cedar battens onto that and kind of following the curve that was there. So looks absolutely brilliant, as you can see. Another challenge of this was then trying to get the coping stones to work as well. I'd say they were probably more difficult than the cedar to try and work to the curve. Again, some really good work from our stonemason Jamie. What he did is he cut all of these square copes at an angle to give that initial curve, and then cut a radius all the way along here, so that we've got that pretty consistent curve all the way around. Now this meets up to these composite gates, so we installed two of them on the project. So we've got the large 6-foot gate here, and we've got a smaller one round the side. Look fantastic, really low maintenance. Again, similar sort of detailing as over there. We've got this nice radius on the corner, and we've had to check in the post here to the cope, but that finish looks absolutely lovely, so really happy with how that's turned out. We've done a large format porcelain tile, so that leads from the gate here all the way up to the main entrance of the property. And as we come up, this widens. It's a really nice large space, and we've used a basalt set around the perimeter just to kind of delineate the new paving with the existing driveway, which is one of the few things in the project that we've just left as is. These steps, when we first started the project, these were just some square steps, just coming up to about there, stepping down, pretty bog standard. The idea was we build these kind of grand style steps where as you step out from the house, you've got this smaller platform, and then you step out again and it gets bigger and it kind of opens up the garden. You can step off in any direction. And again, we've used the same porcelain for the surfacing. For the edges of the steps, we've used these basalt steps here with a bullnose finish. So looks absolutely brilliant. And again, that just sort of ties everything together with the same theme of materials throughout. This is it's just a kind of bedding area. There's a few plants in there at the moment. I think the customer's going to build on that over time. And just for a sort of decorative feature, we've included some various different size stone balls. These are just a product we buy in, but they look brilliant. As you can see, all the natural colours from the stone. Really, it was all just monoblock when we started the project. Now it's got loads of interesting features, some nice materials. As we walk through the back here, again, we've used the large format porcelain paving, the same as what we used for the pathway there. We've installed this other composite gate, so this is slightly lower. So now I'll take you through the back where the majority of the work took place on the project. So again, similar themes for the back garden. Lots of nice modern materials. Again, a porcelain paving for the majority of the surfacing. A slightly different size and colour from the front, which I think works really well for the space. This sort of brings you into the garden, into this nice big open patio. As you come up to the house here, we've done steps in the exact same theme as the front. So these grand style steps where each platform gets slightly bigger as you go down. And again, same idea. That just means you can step out the house and you can head towards the pergola and decking area, or you can walk this way. You're not kind of constrained with the direction of the steps. So I think they work really well. As we get to this area here, which is the main sort of entertaining dining space, we've used a composite decking. So that's a weather deck composite deck. I think I mentioned in the last videos, the guys had a few challenges with all the different angles and trying to get these nice miter cuts and that detailing on all the corners and all the edging. But yeah, it looks fantastic, and this is a really large usable space. And again, because it's composite, really easy to maintain and looks fantastic right from the get-go. So the customer's put some furniture in here, which really finishes it off, and it's great to see it's been used. The main sort of centerpiece of the garden is this Western red cedar pergola. This was a bespoke design. Really, we've just used the same Western red cedar battens that we've used through the front and just clad that onto all the face of this pergola, onto the underside, and we've got a rubber roof on the top as well. So looks absolutely fantastic, just stunning. Really happy with how that progressed and the final turnout, and the guys did a fantastic job. Really tricky piece of joinery, so really proud of the end result. As the customer's going to be sitting here in this pergola, they can look out onto this nice new artificial grass lawn. It was a 26mm Wonder Yarn was the product we used here. As you see, the colour looks great. The theme of the whole garden, it's low maintenance and quite modern and contemporary in its style. So that wraps all the way round. We've also got a nice big bed running around the perimeter here. Again, in a similar sort of style to the front garden. Instead of stone balls, we've got lots of buxus balls and some trees as well, just to add a bit of structure. This will all start to fill out over the years and may well add other parts to it as well. And as you come around here, another planting bed there. All in all, really happy with how this project's turned out, and I'm really proud of the work the team's done. It's been a really big project, and one of our biggest to date actually, and it's also great to see the customers started to use it with their family and making most of their new garden.